People ask me every day, John, with everything that's going on in the world, what can I do? My answer, start growing your own food. It's the best investment for your future and the future of your family. Whether you live in an apartment or have your own land, our friends at Food Forest Abundance will guide you every step of the way. Book your free consultation right now, no strings attached. Just click the link down below and get started today. Hey, Inspired Tribe, my fellow freedom lovers, John Nolan here. Thank you so much for commenting, sharing, liking, subscribing, and hitting the notifications button so you'll get notified about new videos every day. Thank you also for joining us in the Inspired Newsroom, our new channel here on YouTube, and the Inspired community on Locals. All right, let's dive into it. One of the things that we get asked now more and more every day is what is really happening? Do you have any insider information? Can you give us that scoop? And the truth of the matter is that as we are in this fog of war, things begin to get more and more nebulous in terms of information. However, there is a lot of clarity in this process as well. And I want to speak shortly on insider information. What that is when people, influencers or other journalists or speakers come out, right? And they come out with these sensational headlines like a new quantum financial system was activated over the weekend. It's just not fully shown up yet. Or they have all these inside scoops. And for a while now, I've been observing, asking around, I've been doing research, and I've been asking every one of them that I had contact with, where is your information coming from? And what you will often hear is, oh, I have a source, right? And when you ask a little closer, the source is another guy with another channel or another girl with another channel, and they heard it from a source within their source circle, and it's a lot of sources, but really nobody has anything close to real insider information. Our own experiences that if you want to call something insider information, it has to come from someone within the organization that has influence over whatever subject you talk about. And if you have two sources that are unbeknownst to each other, then you have some sort of corroboration. This is insider information. Currently, that is almost impossible to get because of the fog of war. We are in World War III. Everybody that understands the different levels of warfare acknowledges this, right? Everybody acknowledges we have passed the threshold of many levels of warfare, from spiritual, economical, financial, psychological. Those are all in full force. Kinetic, which means weapons, boots on the ground, real fights. Also that is happening, not in a full scale yet. But in the fog of war, mis and disinformation are one of the strongest currencies. So my sources, and when I say my sources, it's people within these organizations or that used to be in the organization so deeply in that they have an insider scoop. They can't really report anything concrete because everything is nebulous. Everything is being held on a need-to-know basis. And frankly, if there are some secretive, clandestine, positive operations going on, I'd rather they stay clandestine so they can really be conducted properly. But just because we don't have insider information doesn't mean we don't have inside information. And here's where I get to the real point of the things here. All of you have a perfect compass system. All of you have a perfect guidance system. All of you have a perfect advisor at all times within you. Now, this has always been the case. And currently, in this time of war, it is more than ever important to listen to the inside information. Yes, gather facts that you can. And that's what my friends in the military call control the controllables. Look at the information that is available to you, let it sink in. But then trust that inside information. And a lot of people, which is beautiful, those who are listening to inside information, they don't know each other, they don't talk to each other, but I talk to them. And what I see and hear is they're receiving a lot of the same info, a lot of the same guidance. Take your power back to you. This has been the dominant message on the Inspired channel for a very, very long time now. And they're doing it in all levels of their life. Full self-responsibility, full self-reliance, very, very important. This is what the world is telling us. And here is another spin to this whole insider thing. We are not just the white hats, but we're also the insiders. We are the creators of this new story moving forward. And I do not wish to be ruled by someone else. I have never wished to be that, and especially not moving forward. So the systems for the future are created among us right now. We cannot look to the same structures that have led us to this point to solve the problems they have created. It is impossible. It is the definition of insanity. And how do we really receive inside information? One very simple thing that we just showed to a group of people, and everybody knows it. What do you do when you get really excited, astonished, amazed at something? A lot of people do this. Oh my God, where do they put their hand? Pay attention. Oh my God. It's on their chest, center of chest. And a lot of people will say, well, that's where the heart is. Maybe, yes, that's where the heart is. But I'm talking about deeper, spirit. Some people call it soul. I call it spirit. And I think there's a difference. But tomato, tomato at this point. Put your hand here. Take a few deep breaths. And this is where your yay or nay, your decision will come from. Now, I've seen this time and time again. I had the great honor and pleasure to work and to dine and to spend time with very successful, influential people in the world, very positive influencers, people that are steering businesses and organizations that surpass the 100,000 coworkers. And I've seen them make $100 million, even $1 billion decisions on the spot. Absolutely clear decisions. How do you do that? It comes from a place deep within. And if you're not in touch with that place, if you don't check in with that place, if you're not connected, you will not hear it when the time for decision comes, and you will make the decision just based on analysis. And based on analysis is limited. We have multiple beautiful parts within us that allow us to make the most complex and most important decisions in the universe. We have consciousness, we have the mind, we have the heart, we have the gut, we have all these components, we have spirit. We need to bring them all in balance, and spirit is the one that is never ever ruled by fear, ever whatsoever, never ever. So this is what we need to connect with, and this is what decision makers of great influence are masters at. They know how to listen from that place within. And whatever gets you to that point, for some people it is spending a lot of time in nature. Actually, for most people. For some people, being close to a body of water. There's the Gulf of Mexico right behind me. That helps a lot. For some people, it's simply prayer or meditation. Whatever that is for you, practice, practice, practice. And then trust the choice that you hear within you. Here's a set of really good news. Everybody who does that knows they're going to be just fine through anything that might come our way. We will see great discomfort in the world, even more than now, way more than now. We will see death. We will see tragedy because a lot of people have paid zero attention to any of this. They're biorobots just walking the road they've been on, just following something. You are going to witness that in one way or another, sometimes even close to you in your friend circle or family. We have to be centered and balanced and realize this is just something we have to go through, and there's no way around it. The only way through the storm is through the storm. That's the only way how we get through this. Remember the story about the buffalo. When the buffalo is confronted, when the buffalo sees the storm, it does not turn around like the other animals and runs away from the storm. The buffalo walks straight into the storm. Hence, the buffalo's time in the storm is minimal because they get right through it and they deal with it head on, right? They accept and deal with it head on. Be like the buffalo. This is the time for this. Be like the buffalo. Remember this. And remember that when you are connected to spirit, no matter what happens, you are going to be just fine. You're going to be good. It's all going to be okay. We will make it through this. All right, Inspired Tribe, thank you so much for tuning in. We love you. We appreciate you. We'll be back with you again very, very soon. We're more dedicated than ever to provide authentic, truthful, and uncensored information and inspiration. That's why we created the Inspired community on the free speech platform Locals. There's no censorship, a free flow of information, and it's more personal and intimate. And you can join us as a free member or a paid supporter. Please visit inspired.locals.com and join us today.